Another question?
How do we move towards the universal in the spirit of the highest common denominator rather than the lowest? The smartening up rather than the dumbing down.
You're talking about education? You're speaking about education, yeah.
And spiritual education.
Well, just education, right? And so the question is, I think your real unspoken question is there a justification for having church and state together? And under what conditions could such an arrangement work? That's what you're saying, right? Because it was in your question. Right? The spiritual education, and well, I think ordinarily the spiritual education has been left to your parents. Right? That's private, so to speak. And then the, let's say, material education, right? The worldliness. You learn the skills and the laws of how the world works in the public school system or in the private school system, see, of your choice, which is great. So that's where it begins and that's where it ends, as far as that conversation goes.
So if somebody wants to be a leader...
You have to just be that. It's not about wants to be. You have to be that. That means you have to step up and not be so confused from the get-go and fearful from the beginning, where you don't know who you are and what you're able to do and what you want to do out of you. Now, of course, in this country or in the world, you can be gunned down in a second. Doesn't matter what you believe, what you're doing, where you are, whatever. See, you have to hope that I would like to say this, you have to hope that the stars want you to do that. Because the stars will protect you without them having any reality. It's a figure of speech, protected by the stars. Now, we say that in order for, let's say, some kind of social, let's say, viewpoint. They're protected by the stars. That means you may be a person of destiny, and you may not be. It's like John Kennedy was a man of destiny, and he was taken out. His mission was done, obviously, at that point. And there were forces working against him, which really didn't change anything in the country and the way the government works whatsoever. So you can take him out, another one comes in, everything is the same. There's no real revolution here. Not yet. And I don't mean revolution by arms. No, no, no. The real revolution that's needed is at the heart level. Where's the heart revolution? When can Americans come together as Americans, regardless of race, simply because we're all a family people? We love our families, and we have the freedom here to create our own cults, our own armies. Is that crazy? You can have your own society, and that's great. You have the freedom to do that, up to a point. If you're going to go roll on Washington, good luck doing that. You're in the country where you don't. You can't imagine you're going to win in this country, as far as that goes. So you don't do that. You know better. You have at least that much intelligence. You got to keep it in your backwoods, right? Because you're being watched already, and your number's already known already. So you're a known quantity, and they know where to find you. So they watch. Everybody's being watched now. So I think when people have violence as part of their MO, modus operandi, you're losing already to a certain degree. See? What we need is a revolution from the inside. I don't mean a digital revolution. The digital revolution has made it possible for this kind of revolution to happen, in a sense. The right person has to get on the waves and have that right common thread. We're not talking about the Messiah. We're just talking about a business person with a good heart. We're not talking about the Antichrist or any of the more religious politics. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about some regaining of confidence and goodness that is universal, not just like for your neighborhood, but universal. And in a sense for the greater good, because that could work, because we can see everything else not working. And one of the big battles, of course, is that you have industry polluting the earth, which is so foul. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. How can you say you're here for the people, you're polluting? and you're poisoning and destroying, in effect. We're not here for the people. No one in government should say that if you're allowing pollution to rule. An industry to just do whatever they want because they have muscle moolah. That's unfair to the earth and to its inhabitants. So it's anti-earth. It's an anti-earth or kill earth policy. And we've already heard enough of that. And we know that's going on in the back doors because the filthy rich want to be even filthier rich. They don't care. All they care is about their own, taking care of them. But what are they leaving to their own and the own of their own? And future generations are there. What? More problems, more pollution, more unearthly conditions to live under? Doesn't make any sense. So no one's thinking properly here. So when we say leadership, we need brains. See? Not dumb ignorance that is not looking out for itself and its future. Not really. Hiding underground is not looking out for the future of the earth. That's not an option. That's for the survival of a few until you come up overground, and then you got to deal with the hard reality if you survive it. Because eventually the earth is going to win. See? The universe is going to win. We're in the universe. And this is a cataclysm universe. Right? The mishap universe. So any kind of security is temporary. It's only for the moment. Whatever that is in the expansive, the infinite here. Right? Let us say the life of this version of the universe, or this side of the universe, this particle of the universe right here. And we know there are other beings, I mean everybody knows that now. And they're just smart enough not to make themselves visible in the issue at the moment. But they are showing up. They are making enough, I guess, people convinced and completely aware of these strange things that are going on. But they're not strange things, they're universal things that are happening here, at the lower end of it. Talking about the lower astral things that are going on here. They're going on everywhere. They have been going on here since the beginning. And there's still more going on inside the earth than we have any ideas of. And the natives know about that. The government knows about that. So we know about it. How does that help us, however? What is being done so that we are making life easier for the people who are on the surface? The natives of the land. Who's taking care of them? Themselves? That's the question. Any other comments?
Just to ask, related to that, about the proliferation of the surveillance society, cameras on...
No turning that back. That's serving its own purpose. It's pro and con everywhere. So you have to know everybody's in the public now. Right? It's all public. And there's nothing wrong with it if it's something that you feel you have that you need to share with others. And then that could be a good thing. Because we need to know who our own kind is out here. And we don't mean by skin color and by culture, determination particularly, or ethnicity. We're talking about spiritual now. We have to use that word. That word needs to be pushed a little bit more. See, the spiritual side of things, proper inner psychic resonance that is not about superficial values and fear-mongering. We need spiritual liberational views. And liberation, yes, for one and all. And teaching that in school. We're here to be spiritually liberated. And not at last, no, at first. Spirit first and last.